Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome here to Brookwood. Ken Manning, along with Tom Lohr of Western Wisconsin Video Productions, as we get ready for tonight's ball game. And Tom, thanks for coming along and joining me tonight here.
Well, thanks for the invite. I appreciate being able to come over here and see some non-conference action.
We had a chance to take a look, and I did a quick interview with head coach Taylor Henry and Jeremy Mack. Why don't we take a moment and listen in to see what they had to say about tonight's ball games. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Brookwood. Ken Manning, Western Wisconsin Video Productions. Taylor Henry joining us here with the Viroqua Blackhawks. And Taylor, I tell you what, great job last week coming up with a non-conference victory in week number 1.
Yeah, it was a good start to the season. Our guys played tough, played all 4 quarters. Yeah, it was a good start.
When you take a look, with Dodgeville, it's getting to be kind of an interesting little rivalry with that crew right now. What do you see in them that maybe mirrors you, or is there not any kind of resemblance?
Well, I think it's both programs are trying to, get back to where we want to be. Dodgeville was really good 2 years ago, the first year that we played them.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, they're battling, just like they have a lot of young guys playing, and they made some really good plays on offense.
Uh-huh.
As far as the receivers catching some balls that really difficult catches. But yeah, I mean, similar type of teams, but we ended up just being able to kind of control the second half and control the line of scrimmage. That was the biggest thing.
What was the deal, I guess, in your mind that gave you the most success, or what was it that really stood out for you in that victory, both offense and defensively?
Offensively, we're getting, the whole line is a really solid group. And they're big, so we were able to actually physically dominate a team, which probably hasn't really happened yet in my tenure.
Mm-hmm.
And then defensively, we were, pretty sound. We had a couple little mistakes, but other than that, most of their offense was kind of Hail Mary type balls and amazing catches by receivers.
Yeah.
But we turned the ball over, which is obviously really important. And we were just, technique-wise really sound on defense.
When you look back on the films and everything, and you had some really nice plays, a positive outcome in that, what's something, if you were going to say, here's one thing that we are going to fix for next week, for week 2, what would that have been?
It would be, so we ran the ball really well, but there was still a lot of little things that we need to fix. So if you keep an eye on our double teams at the point of attack and our kick-out blocks, those things can improve a lot.
Mm-hmm.
We still ran the ball. Nick had 140 yards rushing and made some really nice plays. But if we can get those things cleaned up, then we'll be even better.
Wow.
And you saw the plays that, everything went right and they ended up being big chunk plays.
Uh-huh.
So that's nice on film to be able to show the kids that, like, hey, we do this correctly. This is what happens. When we don't, this is what happens. And, I'm hoping we get a little bit more going on the passing game tonight. We didn't need to push it too much last week, so
yeah.
Didn't really need to rely on that much.
Coaches always share the film and everything now, and of course with huddle and all that, so there's no surprises, it seems like, in one way, but yet there will be something that people will hold back or they'll add in. Not that I'm going to ask you what you're doing, but what is it you noticed with the Falcons and watching their game film?
They're passing a lot more than they have the last 2 years. It's always kind of hard in these first couple of games because you don't really have the film that we're used to. Once you get in the conference season, we have they have a conference pool, so every team's game that they play essentially from this week on gets put into that pool. So you have, like, the longer you go in the season, you have 4, 5, 6 games to look at.
Yeah.
So then you really can get teams' tendencies and different things they're doing down. So you still are kind of in the dark early on here. They played one game, and you kind of judge on, how that game was going. Is that really their identity, or were they just kind of going off of the way that game was flowing? So,
Yeah.
but they spread it out and passed it a lot, it looks like to me.
Yeah. Yeah, it was an exciting game last week. I happened to be here with that, and they didn't play too bad. I never saw them hang their heads, and I know you guys are looking forward to another fun game.
Yeah, well, I'll give them a ton of credit. They knocked us off last year, and we had a really tight game 2 years ago. They always seem to play a lot better than what it looks like on film, and they rise to the occasion whenever they play us. So, we're expecting all of that tonight.
Yeah. Taylor, we want to wish you the best of luck tonight. Thanks for taking the time out here as you guys prepare for the Falcons here in Brookwood.
Thanks a lot, Ken.
Head coach Taylor Henry of the Viroqua Blackhawks will be back with a quick interview with Coach Mack in just a moment. Welcome back to Brookwood. Ken Manning, Western Wisconsin Video Productions. Well, we were able to find head coach Jeremy Mack of the Brookwood Falcons. And Jeremy, thanks for taking the time out here prior to tonight's ball game and talk a little bit about Falcon football.
Yeah, of course. Thanks for being here.
We take a look at last week. Boy, an exciting ball game here and the home opener and a brand new facility. And let's talk about this facility just for a moment. It is something else.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. We're very fortunate and blessed to have this. Very grateful for the community for supporting the referendum, and we're just excited that after a full season on the road last year and a ton of construction that we've got going on and still going on, we're just really excited to be seeing part of the project come to completion and to be so outstanding looking and it's just a wonderful facility.
Yeah. You take a look, we had a really nice crowd last week here at Brookwood as CFC came to town, a pretty good team. But I thought, even though they came away with the victory, I thought our kids played pretty well, and it was an exciting ball game.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, CFC is notorious for having some really good athletes year in and year out. And really last week you take, honestly, 3 plays out of the game, and it, the feel of the game, the look of the game, I think was very different than what the final score was. Like I said, it was really 3 big chunk plays that all went for scores that credit to them, they made plays. We had guys in position, but we got a lot of guys that are playing really their first meaningful varsity snaps, and so we knew there was going to be some growing pains, and hopefully we got those growing pains out of the way last week.
Yeah. I talked to Coach Taylor Henry, and I said, what's one thing that you took away from the game last week and a positive side? I'll ask you the same.
Sure, yeah, and like I said, I mean, really all of our key offensive positions as far as position players go, it's all guys that that were making their first start at those positions. So,
wow.
We obviously knew who we had in those positions, but it was not really until you get into live competition that you see how guys respond, and we were pleased with a lot of the things that we saw. I mean, we made a lot of good plays. We threw the ball pretty efficiently. We need to definitely run the ball better, but we definitely had some positive takeaways and some, a lot of building block things that we could work on and really hammer out this week in practice once we had a little bit of live competition under our belt.
Mm-hmm. What's something that stood out that you really need to work on this week during practice?
Yeah, like I said, we definitely have to be able to run the ball. I mean, our success throwing the ball is going to be directly hinged on our ability to run the ball for some balance. So we feel good about our passing game, but we definitely have to find some balance. And obviously that starts with the guys up front making the holes, but it's also backs and timing and patience and trust. So we spent a lot of time and attention on those things this week.
When you take a look at the film of the Blackhawks last week in their victory over Dodgeville, what's something that kind of stood out to you as a coach to say, we got to make sure we're working on this, or what is it that really jumped out with them?
Yeah, I mean, I think right away when you look at the film, you can definitely see that they've got nice size. And I talked to Coach Henry a little bit before the game, and he mentioned that this is one of the biggest senior classes that Viroqua's had in a lot of years, and it shows on tape. They've got, like I said, they've got some well-built kids and some really nice size at all positions. So that definitely, obviously, pops off at first glance.
Yeah. Well, Jeremy, I want to just say thanks so much for taking the time out here. We want to wish you and the Brookwood Falcons the best of luck tonight in the non-conference ball game.
All right, thank you very much.
Head coach Jeremy Mack of the Brookwood Falcons. We will come back with the opening kickoff here in just a moment.
Well, Tom, there you have it. Some pretty good time here chatting with both head coaches, and should be an interesting ball game tonight.
Yeah, I think it's going to be second game is always interesting. People get to watch film, see some new kids on film, and make some adjustments, and we'll see what happens.
We'll take a little break and come back at just prior to kickoff. Thanks for joining us, everyone. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we begin tonight's football game here. Tom Lohr and Ken Manning, glad to have everyone on board. Tom, I'm going to have a hard time hearing you. Can you hear me all right, though?
I can hear you great.
All right, well, that's great. I think maybe a little later we'll switch out the our wide connection here. Maybe something's a little funky there on me.
Well, it's still early season, so
it is. We got time to fix things, right?
That's right. Never get tired of the Star Spangled Banner and that football lineup. If you've ever played football, you still get the tingle in your toes.
Oh, it does. Yes. Well, speaking of the tingle in the toes, we're going to have the kickoff here coming up. And what we've decided to do, folks, is when Viroqua is on offense, Tom will do the play-by-play. When Brookwood is on offense, then I'll do the play-by-play, and we'll just kind of go back and forth with that. And it looks like in this case it will be the Viroqua Blackhawks receiving the kickoff. CFC winning the ball game here last week against the Falcons. And Tom, you traveled down to Dodgeville and watched a good game.
Yeah, Viroqua had a lot of success running the ball. Didn't have to throw it much, so I think this is going to be a little different challenge, and we'll see a little different Viroqua team. So the kickoff is off. Caden Sullivan gets that, kind of makes his way up to the 40-yard line, and nice coverage on the part of Brookwood. Nice kick. Good all the way around. So
the kick from Luis Gonzalez is fielded by Caden Sullivan.
Ken, if you want to name off some of the defensive alignment here right away.
It's going to be a little tough to do. I know that in the middle there, let's take a quick look and see what I can
They've got a
find
big
here.
run stopper the way it looks. Aaron Voigt is his name, 224 for weight on him. He's a big kid.
He can be a bit of a stopper right there, I think. Yeah, number 67 also here on the end. And Camden Brigham will get the other side in just a moment.
Viroqua, same formation, hands off. Nick Alicious picks his way up in there. On a lead block from Anthony DiPietro at left guard, pulling around the center and clearing his way. So gain of about 5.5, 6 yards on that. It's going to be 2 and a long 4, close to 5 yards.
Brock Berry over on the other side in the middle, and also Drew Powell as well.
Split receiver left, split receiver right. Handoff is to Nick Alicious. Same formula. Bounces it and kind of finds his way up in there. Some nice blocking on the part of Hudson Running on this on the far left, and we've got Carter Holmes and Graydon Hansen over here on the right. So a lot of returning offensive linemen. I think that's the theme. Viroqua had really tried to adopt this air raid offense in the last couple of years and really threw the ball a lot, but having some success early on the ground. 2 split receivers. McDowell puts it up to Hayden Burkhardt. Burkhardt gets a big, kind of waits for it. It was a bit of a high pass. Did a nice job of settling down in the zone and waiting for the ball to come to him. And so a nice gain, moves the sticks. First down on, what do we got, about the 20-yard line of Brookwood.
If McDowell is able to hit him on the run, it's probably a touchdown when you take a look at that. He had, like you said, he had to come back for it and gave the defense a chance, the cornerbacks out there, to go and get the tackle.
So, again, just one split receiver left, one split to the right. Roll out on the part of McDowell. Comes out, dumps off to Alicious in the flat, and Nick kind of goes out of bounds. Not, let's see, maybe a yard on that? Is that about right? Well, no, actually, I'm sorry. About a 5-yard gain on that. A nice, nifty little play. McDowell looked upfield. Couldn't see anybody open and just kind of used Alicious as the safety valve on that.
Taking a look at a couple of our sponsors, we want to thank American Family Insurance, Miranda Wright Agency, helping us out today, as well as Barge Chiropractic, Dr. Chris Neely.
So back we go, run left. A nice lead block by Tanner Schwem, the fullback. Kind of got a offset blocking pattern there. Tanner Schwem is offset left, and Alicius is offset to McDowell's right, and kind of weaves up in there. And Alicius is a powerful running back at the same time, nifty and quick. So a nice combination.
Eli John in on the tackle on that previous play.
Shotgun formation. Again, a give to Alicius. Alicius tries to push his way up towards the goal line, gets close. No flags that I can see. And so we've got Alicius about a half a yard out of the end zone. That's going to be second down and short.
He's really running with some good authority right now, isn't he?
Yeah, it helps that he's kind of running unabated, past the line of scrimmage. The blocking they've done well.
Uh-huh. Well, now we have our first flag of the game, and we'll wait to see what we have here.
Encroachment on the defense. I think the defensive player thought there was movement on the line of scrimmage, and he just kind of gave himself up thinking that there was movement, so I'm not sure what happened there. Brookwood trying to change some personnel, going to a heavy formation, brings in an extra D lineman. Blitz is hard, and looks like they're going to hold him out of the end zone, and it's right there on the goal line.
Yeah. So. Austin Freed in on the tackle. He really busted that one up right away, and then a couple other guys able to get in there. That's the first time we've seen any penetration defensively.
There wasn't a lot of mystery on what was going to happen, I don't think.
True.
But now, a big third down here, and Brookwood looking for the stop. Viroqua trying to bowl their way into the end zone. Another Alicius run, and he's going to get across. Nice push on the right-hand side. Graydon Hansen, Carter Holmes, Ryan Kowalczyk is the center.
I think it was Alicius, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So Isaac Pratt is going to kick this ball. He's an ex-soccer player, and is a promising kicker. So let's see what happens. And that is going to split the uprights, folks. So 7-0 your score early in this first quarter, 8:36. Brookwood's going to get a shot at the offensive side of the ball when we come back.
We'll take a little break. Well, back we come again. Thanks for joining us, everyone, as we do this second game, week number 2 here, Tom, and we've got 7 to go. Can we keep this kind of weather going?
Oh, wow. Wouldn't that have been something?
Wouldn't that be nice?
Just all the way into March would be good.
Oh, there you go. I hear you.
Might be asking for a little too much. But
yeah,
Brookwood and Viroqua plays each other a lot in the youth football days. I know from my youth coaching, they do know each other well, I think. Brookwood with some good numbers. Ooh, they bust one there.
Here comes the run back. Oh, a beautiful run here. I think that might have been Kunitz on the run. We'll wait and see here. I think that was Jackson.
28, Jackson
Kunitz.
Yep.
And he returns that, didn't he? I think he got it right around, between the 10 and 15 there, somewhere in there.
Yeah.
And he brings it all the way back inside the 40. So a beautiful run here for the Falcons as they trail 14-0. With 4:55 to go here in quarter number 1, they're in excellent field position.
Sure, I'm impressed with Brookwood's roster here. They're loaded with seniors and juniors. It's pretty cool.
Try to get something going, yes, for sure. That's going to bring up Braden Posh. He'll look to hand off. He does. It's going to be Wong, and Wong will get spun down here.
It's Alex Hoyam on the defensive end, edge protection there with the tackle. Gain of about 1.
Well, we've seen Hoyam a lot, playing first base, and here he is. He kind of used that big mitt to get them down a little bit, right?
Yeah.
A gain of only 1, maybe a couple at the most. They'll say 2nd and 8 on the board as they bring the play in. From the sideline, that was number 81 in Braden Thiemann. 6-foot senior, wide receiver. And they'll split him out to the far side, and Brennan Mack here to the near side. Posh staying in that shotgun formation, a quick handoff to Wong, and he's going to bust through the line. We're going to get a flag coming out here from the back judge, and a nice pickup, probably going to go for naught.
And I take that back, Ken. Alex Williams playing D-tackle.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I thought he was playing the end. They made an adjustment last week. They put Caden Sullivan over at end, and I got to figure out who's playing the end on this side.
Oh, okay. So they're going to walk this one back. Must have been I'm assuming a hold call here.
Yeah, I actually didn't see him make the.
Yeah, they'll crank up.
I assume it was a hold in the area of holding for sure.
2nd and 18 is going to be the play call now for the Falcons as they look into their playbook, and they'll break the huddle. Mack over here to the near side, along with Julian Kunitz in the slot. Posh with the backfield surrounding him. Here's a good snap, the handoff. This is coming out here to the near side. It's Jackson Kunitz, or is that Wong again? It's going to be Kunitz out here. He'll pick up only a couple of yards.
Solomon Murdoch coming up, protecting the edge as cornerback. There was a nice play on his part.
Yeah, it looked like it was probably 2nd and 20. Now we're going to say 3rd and 18. So only a gain of a couple of yards here as the clock continues to count down with the 3-minute mark, and now under here in quarter number 1, and a beautiful Friday night with Friday Night Football.
And I wish I could call out the other defensive end on Viroqua, but 42 is not on the roster, so I'm uncertain who that is.
They snuck one in there on us. Take a look here. Again, the shotgun. It's a good snap. Posh looking downfield. He's going to lob that one, nearly tipped away, and it's going to be incomplete.
Well defended. Murdoch tried to get a mid on it. Isaac Pratt with the good coverage, also from Viroqua.
Looking for Julian Kunitz, and Julian with, tell you what, there's a good little athlete. He made a diving try for it, just could not come up with it. And it's going to bring up a 4th and long, and it's time to kick the ball away. Luis Gonzalez to do the kicking here for the Falcons. We had one last week that got over his head, and I tell you what, he was pretty athletic just to get to it. Here's a line drive kick coming over the top, and it's going to bounce and take a roll down to close to the 30-yard line, where the Falcons will come up with the touch, and they'll place the ball in about the 32, 1st and 10, going the other way. Well, let's keep it right here, Tom, as we take a look here in the early portion of this ball game, a 14-0 lead, and basically it's been pretty much Nick Alicia's show, I guess.
Yeah, the Brookwood Falcons have been kind of forced to key on him, blitz those running holes, and Viroqua's been able to sneak some offense in around that. But yeah, you're right. He's definitely, the offensive line and Nick Alicia's have kind of dominated this, which is always good to get through a preseason contest doing that, so you don't have to give a lot of film to your conference opponents.
Yes, right.
More of the same, about a 5-yard gain, kind of off tackle.
On the carry.
Another move is Alex Hoyam to tight end this year and off the irregular offensive line. And I know he's kind of itching to catch some passes, but haven't needed to use that.
He's a force over there.
Yeah, he is. And that one, a host of Brookwood defenders get through, and the offensive line of Viroqua might have took a play off on that one.
Well, I'll tell you what, Brock Berry submarined that play and kind of tripped him up, and then he got some help from some of his buddies in that interior line over there. I think the other one was number 64 in Austin Freed, who also helped out with that tackle.
Yeah, Aaron Voits was also in on it. A nice defensive play by Brookwood sets up a 3rd and 8 on the Viroqua 35. Double double slot receivers here. And it's going to Hoyam. Hoyam barely hangs on to that ball, falls forward, and moves the sticks. Nice catch, well defended by Brookwood. Hoyam, just a big body, kind of went up and got it, and it's kind of stretching his back a little bit. Got hit pretty hard.
Yes, he did. But there again, you could see why they would put him at tight end. Good hands, for a big guy, soft hands. He's a first baseman for the Legion team and for the high school baseball squad. So good job getting the first catch, I guess. But also, again, well defended. But Brookwood's going to look at that and go, we're giving up too many yards.
Yeah. Back to the run formation. Kind of struggling with the handoff here all of a sudden. Kind of a recurring theme. Alicious reaches back, keeps the ball, and gonna get shut down maybe a half a yard at best.
Camden Brigham in on the tackle. He was able to knife through, making the stop.
It's funny how a fundamental thing like that, you get off tempo or whatever it is, and then all of a sudden you're thinking about that more than you are running. So it looks like an encroachment.
Yeah, Brock Berry jumped the gun a little bit there on the hard count right at the end of the quarter. So we'll wait and see. They're going to wave it off. They're going to say that the clock can run out before that. So we'll take a break and come back here, folks. It's 14-0 as we begin quarter number 2. In a moment's time, they'll all get a bit of a break, and we will too.
Awesome. Come, Ken.
Yeah, it's going to be exciting
Pitch
part.
Out to Alicious and couldn't get the edge. And all of a sudden, Brookwood is really owning the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
That push that Viroqua was able to get early in the game has kind of gone away. I think Brookwood's brought a few more guys up on the line, and Viroqua's going to have to make a few blocking adjustments.
Well, I tell you what, Brigham again in there on the play, and he exploded through the line on that one.
So we've got double slot receivers here. Double split, I should say. McDowell rolls out, and he's going to take the ball and run with it. Going to get kind of cut out at the feet there, and that's going to give Viroqua maybe a 4th down and 7. 4th down and 9.
Brigham once again in on the tackle. That young man's fired up.
I have a feeling that they're going to punt this ball, but I'm not sure. They are electing to run a play here.
Yeah.
4th and 9, big play, momentum swing either way. They are running a play. McDowell looks downfield, going to go to Hayden Burkhart. Burkhart brings it in and is going to get the first down. Almost dropped it, but nice concentration and hauled the ball in, gets the first down. That was a big play, Ken.
Julian Kunitz was over there on the defensive side and was able to make the tackle, but he was would much rather have had that interception or at least knock it away,
Good play calling on the part of Viroqua. A lot of run blitzes all of a sudden.
Yeah.
So got to put the ball in the air. So we've got slot receiver to the left, split receiver to the right. And Alicious is going to run this ball, gets a few yards, a little more tentative after getting popped a couple times by those Brookwood players.
Yes.
Not as downhill running, maybe a little too straight up. Gets 3.5, 4 yards.
Opening moments of the second quarter here. We do want to say thanks to a couple more of those sponsors: Cashton Building Supply, CBS Design, Kevin Kirking and Courtney Kuzi helping us out. And don't forget about Cashton Farm Supply, Ernie Peterson and his family out there on Highway 27.
Schwem back in here at fullback. Hoyam off to the left. And Alicious bounces off a couple tacklers.
Wow.
And a nice push between DePietrio, Hoyam, Hudson running, and then Tanner Schwem, the fullback, with the lead.
You know, what really helped him on that one was that nice little step, I want to say across the green or against the green, I guess.
Yep.
And that opened up another 5-6 yards for him.
Yeah, they always called that touchdown alley if you could get
that's
back
right.
up against the safety. So Viroqua able to get a first down yet, if they can work some clock. And back to the run we go, and Alicia's a nice patient run there, following his block, and ends up getting about 4, 3, maybe 2.5. So it's going to set up a second and a long 7.
Before he stood up by a few Falcons. Looked to be Grayson Stebbins leading the way. To bring up second.
More of our sponsors, Cashton Farm Supply we mentioned, Chaseburg Farmers Union Co-op on board, thanks to John and all the crew at the co-op. And Coon Valley Telecommunications, serving not only Coon Valley, but Chaseburg and the Stoddard squad.
So Schwem with the fullback dive there gets another 3.5, 4 yards. Viroqua electing to kind of pound the ball in, consume some clock. 7 minutes, 50 seconds ticking away here. It's going to set up a 3rd and 5 on the 11.
Brock Berry in on the tackle. He was not going to let go on that play. Schwem was kind of tugging him along a little bit.
Schwem, a power lifter.
Yes, I wondered about that. I thought so.
He's pretty stocky.
He is.
Sullivan split to the left, Murdoch, to the right, and they choose to run the ball again, and they stuff it. It's going to be maybe a half a yard.
Julian Kunitz was right there, Johnny on the spot. Or I said Julian Jackson, excuse me. They are brothers.
Yeah.
So, but Jackson, the older one, he was able to get there. Boy, he just engulfed the runner.
So big 4th down. Could be a really big play for Brookwood here on 4th down, and a long 4 or 5, whichever one you want to call it. Double split receivers to the right and left, and Elicious in the backfield. And McDowell sees a window. He's going to go for it, and he's going to end up getting tackled right on the line, knee down, and does get a first down. And not sure if that was a called draw, Ken, or if, it really opened up.
It opened up, and, he had the presence of mind. Give him some credit here. He had the presence of mind. He's a senior, and he just took it right up the middle.
I'll tell you what, this Grayson Stebbins is pumped up in there.
Yeah. Grayson's a really great kid.
Yeah, he's ready to go.
Yeah.
Carter Holmes better be ready. And quarterback draw, and they're going to call him in. He stretches for the touchdown. That's going to give Viroqua a score of 20 to Brookwood 0 with 6 minutes, 4 seconds left in the second quarter.
Well, we'll pan back a little bit here as they look to do the extra point kick. We'll watch that one go through. And while we get set up for that, the Bank of Ontario, one of our new sponsors, helping us out. Your Vernon County Bank, Ontario, Genoa, and, of course, the Westby branch.
McDowell the hold, Pratt the kick, and that is down and up and in. So 21-0 your score.
One more of our sponsors. We'll take a little break. It's the Eagle Title Company. Thanks to Lori Holte for peace of mind when it comes to buying or selling here in not only just Vernon County, but La Crosse and Monroe as well. We'll take a little break and come right back with more football action.
All right, back we come. Alex Hoyam lining up his Viroqua crew here to kick off. We got Burkhart, Hernandez. I think that's DePietrio. 22, Anthony Olson on the kickoff pursuit on this side. Nice kickoff. Gets it all the way into the end zone. It's going to be a touchback. So Brookwood's going to take over here on the 25, right?
I was going to say, I thought the 25. Yeah, I was just going to ask you, didn't they change that?
They did, yeah.
So
all those rule changes, I can't keep up.
I know it's quite the deal anymore.
This
so
kickoff in the NFL is going to be interesting.
that is such a weird one, isn't it? Yes. Might take a while to get used to that.
I think that one's going to go in the history books next year, but that's just me. They get a little mad scientist.
Well, here we are with the Falcons. They come up to the line of scrimmage, and again, they'll stay with the shotgun formation. Posh taking a look at a good snap. He'll look to hand off right back up the middle, and now kicking to the outside. It's going to be Kunitz, I believe. He's going to be brought down after maybe a yard or two at best.
Isaac Pratt with the outside corner protection for Viroqua.
Jackson Kunitz on the carry.
He'll pick up at least 2. We're going to call it a 2nd and 8 here as we take a look at those sponsors bringing you this action here. Effinger's Equipment Sales and Service. We thank Mark Effinger. And remember that he does service what they sell, and they got some really great products around there. North side of Viroqua. Coming up to the line of scrimmage once again. They'll split 2 out here to the near side. Posh looks for the handoff, and not much there. Big job there defensively by the Blackhawks.
It's great Hansen getting his nose in there.
Yeah, he was able to look like he came from behind. A great pursuit on that part. He snuck in behind the offensive line.
No gain on the play. It's going to bring him.
So as we were talking about, I couldn't spot who number 42 was, and there's a reason he's not. His number changed, Ken. So Fernando Hernandez is playing, looks like the weak side defensive end, and Caden Sullivan is on the strong side.
They're testing you. That's what they're doing.
Right. And Viroqua choosing to just go with one down D tackle here.
All right.
On a passing down.
It's going to be that shotgun and dropping back now looking to run. It's going to be Posh with the run, and he's going to be stacked up just shy of the 35-yard line. They're going to mark it back at about the 33. He took a pretty good shot on the shoulder pad.
Yeah, open field tackle. Nothing wrong with it, but it's just one of those positions quarterbacks get themselves into.
Yeah.
Looks like they're going to go for it, huh?
Yeah, they're bringing the play in. This is Cullen Brigham bringing the play in from the sideline.
I'd be watching the ball if I was Viroqua.
Yeah. 4th and 2. Posh will have his backs on each side of him. Well, it almost looked like a quick start, but it's going to be a dive play, and the Falcons get the first down.
Big pickup for Brookwood there.
Yeah, that was Owen Wong with the first down carry.
Gutsy play by Coach Mack, I got to say.
Yeah, well, especially when you look at that, it's a 4th and 2, and you're kind of deep in your own territory.
Yeah.
And hoping maybe that they were thinking pass, and they took, I don't want to say they took advantage of anything. They just did a quick dive.
Probably wise going into halftime here. Gotta try to get some momentum. They're going to get the ball back on the kickoff, so hopefully
that's right.
Score here and get the ball, get back in this game.
3 minutes to go in the half, and it's 21-0 Viroqua. Here's the pass to the outside. It's Brennan Mack, and it went through his hands.
Nice pass.
I'll tell you what, that was a bit of a dart, wasn't it?
It was. Yeah, that was right on the money. And sometimes that ball gets there so quick, they're just reacting.
Yep. So it brings up a 2nd and 10 here. That stops the clock with 2:51 to go here in this first half action. Our thanks going out to another one of our wonderful sponsors here, and that is going to be Hold Up Displays. It's a lifetime warranty made in the USA. Go to holdupdisplays.com and check them out. All right, a 2nd and 10. Line is set. Here's a good snap. The handoff coming over here to the near side. The pursuit, he's going to outrace one, and now potential stop here after a gain of about 3. That is Wong with the carry. We'll take a look and see what officially looks like. He might have got 4 on the run. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 6, a long 6 for that matter.
Murdoch with the tackle. DiPietro was in on it.
We've heard DiPietro's name quite a bit here lately, Tom.
Well, third-year linebacker, started as a sophomore.
Yeah.
You know, I think, you know, really a defensive leader that they're leaning on pretty hard. Tough kid.
Uh-huh.
Going to be a flag. That's going to be Fernando Hernandez jumping off sides.
Yeah, I got a little over-anxious there as the lines were getting set. He was thinking that they were going to be off and rolling, and so they'll bounce back 5 yards. And now instead, looks like they'll probably keep the same play call maybe, but it's now a 3rd and 2. Good snap, handoff. It's going to be Wong once again. He got through. Look out. Oh, we got a flag on the play. This is going to bring it back. But, boy, what a play here on a little trap it looked like. Wong with a big-time run of about 53, 54 yards.
Yeah, you're right. Might have been a reason.
Yep, the play is coming back. There's the yellow handkerchief.
So everybody's unfortunately walking back here.
Yeah, that's a tough break right
that
there.
That always is a... Ugh. I have been on those sidelines when that happens.
Yeah,
takes the wind right out of you.
You think, boy, here was our jump start, you know. They're going to step that one off. Our thanks to another one of our sponsors, Miles of Smiles Child Care Center. That's a fun experience for your young learners. Stop in at Our Savior's Church and talk to Ashley Liam. And another one of our sponsors, one of our new ones here, it's Mr. Ducks. Boy, I tell you what, a lot of fun, relaxing time for tubing, canoeing, or kayaking.
My daughter loves the kayak.
Is that right?
Oh, yes.
My brother, my youngest brother, one day he said, I'm going to bring the kayaks down and we'll go kayaking. No thanks. Well, when you can't swim. And he wants to go on the Mississippi.
Yeah, I'd be a little more cautious. In the Kickapoo River, you know.
Yeah, that's another story, maybe.
Probably be okay.
Yeah, I might be able to handle that one. But as it is, Wong with the carry, and he's only going to pick up about 3. And it'll be probably a short 3, but it's going to go a 4th down, and we'll call it 7.
Brookwood have their timeouts, can they?
They might.
It's just going towards a minute left here.
Yeah. We're going to be under a minute 15 here, and probably under a minute 10 on the snap.
Interesting not to take one there.
21-0 the score here. Viroqua with the lead.
Oh, they're punting. I'm sorry.
Oh, there we are. Yep.
My bad.
Here's the approach, the kick. It's end over end. It's going to come down here. It takes a bounce, and it's going to roll down near the 30. They'll spot it at the 31.
I was thinking they were running a play. I'm sorry.
So with 48 seconds remaining here in this first half action.
Yellow flag, a drive killer there.
That's exactly it. You're right. That was a tough one because, you know, if nothing else, like you said earlier, you get the ball coming back, you got to score, and, you know, you feel like you're back in the game.
Yeah.
Here the bubble pops a little bit.
Well, when those yellow birds come out, it's tough.
Yep.
It's a momentum killer. They're going to run a play. McDowell ends up coming. Oh. Okay, I didn't even see Hoyam over there. I didn't know where he was throwing the ball.
Well, and he was thrown into double coverage there.
Yeah,
but,
kind of forcing it. Throwing on the run. It's going to stop the clock. 41.5 seconds left. 2nd down and 10. And Viroqua choosing to run offense here versus just run this clock out and go in with a 21-0 halftime lead. Again, lined up, two receivers left, 2 receivers right. And McDowell back to pass, steps up in the pocket, now swings out to his right, and he's going to get sacked. And that's probably going to be the way this half ends, I'm assuming. But
McDowell scrambles to his right.
They're going up to run one last play. I guess maybe the Hail Mary, huh, Ken?
Yeah, well, why not, I guess, you know.
so go hurry up.
You definitely can.
Interesting. Burkhart corrects back to the ball, and he does get the ball, but the clock's going to run out either way.
McDowell lofts it up to Aiden Burkhart.
And I think, yep, that will be the half.
And there's your half.
21-0 your score here, and a really pretty well-played ball game. We've seen 2 flags. Of course, the big one, Tom, that brought back a 53-yard touchdown run for the Brookwood Falcons, and that, as you mentioned, the momentum killer. You hate to say that and be repeat, but that's what it was. But other than that, a pretty clean ball game here so far.
Yeah, I think, some strong attack of running in the first quarter, but it seems like Brookwood made an adjustment, and see what the second half brings.
Yes, very much so. We're going to take a little break and come back. If I happen to find the superintendent, Travis Anderson, I think maybe we'll do a little talk here at halftime near the end of this halftime break.
Beautiful facility here.
Oh, yes, very much so, and I know Trav would like to talk a little bit more about what's going on. So stay with us, folks. Thanks for joining us. 21-0 your score here at the half. To Brookwood, the NOW School District, Norwalk, Ontario, Wilton, and joining me, I'm Ken Manning. Joining me is Tom Lohr. It's a 21-0 score here with the Viroqua Blackhawks in the lead. Thanks to those folks out there watching on the stream. I'll be in next week. Let's take a look at that real quick. I'll be in Bangor next week following the Falcons. We'll stream that once again on the same streaming channel that we're doing now. Tom, you will be in Viroqua.
Yeah, I believe they're playing West Salem.
West Salem, yes. We'll get that one.
Try to make it.
Yeah, we'll get that one.
God willing.
Well, here we are on the approach as we're ready to get this second half underway. I believe Westby is home, so Dave Gluck and Dave Gluck and Dan Grass will be doing that game. Here, the kickoff, it's picked up at about the 5. A spin move, bringing the ball back is, I believe, Owen Wong over there on the far side, and we'll zoom in and take a look.
Brookwood having some nice kickoff return success, nice blocking and nice running.
Yeah, they bring the ball back about almost 25 yards. It's going to spot the ball at the 29. So it's 1st and 10 going the other way. Coming our direction from left to right here. And we'll try to also let you in on some of our wonderful sponsors as we get this back up and running. It's Nordic Lane, Scott and Sue Sordahl helping us out. We appreciate their terrific support. Up to the line of scrimmage they come. Braden Posh, the quarterback. They'll stay in that shotgun formation. They'll do that probably the whole night. Every once in a while they'll fake you out though. Here's the run. I believe Kunitz.
Yeah, is that a wishbone or what do you?
I wonder about that. Do you call that
I don't know.
A shotgun wishbone? I don't know.
Varied wishbone, something. Yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah, I'm not sure how they would want to do that. It's a short gain. They're going to give them less than a yard, so it's you take your pick, 2nd and 9 or 1st and 10. They picked up about a half.
Nice down the line play by defensive tackle Carter Holmes there. Got off the block, kind of went straight down the line of scrimmage and pursued from behind and tackled the back from behind.
Up to the line they come. The snap, they fake on the handoff, and got to get rid of the ball, and it's a near catch over here just underneath. There he is, coming up just shy. The ball bounced to Julian Kunitz.
Murdoch for Viroqua thought he could have maybe got a hand on it, but
yeah,
probably good he didn't tip it because he would have tipped it right to the Brookwood receiver.
Probably, yes. Good effort all the way around, and now Thiemann will bring the play in from the sideline as Brock Berry comes out. And it's 3rd and 9. Opening moments here of this second half action. 21-0 your score. Our thanks are going out to Premier Co-op since 1893, helping out the agricultural communities in our area. Single back on the shotgun. Looking downfield, he's going to go deep, and he's got his man. Is caught. A nice running catch between a couple of defenders, and Owen Wong showed his speed and a big-time catch and run for a first down. Well, that puts a little zip back in your step there, I think, Tom, if you're a Falcon.
Mac kind of dropped the dime there. A nice play. Really nice throw, pitch, and catch there.
Yes, it was.
Well defended by Viroqua. The receiver went up and got it.
Coming in, bringing the play in now, it was number 33, and that's Gavin Havlick bringing the play in from the sideline. Back split, handoff right up the middle, and boy, not much there, Tom. That defense rising to the occasion.
Nice fill there by Kowalczyk. Couple yards, though.
Yeah. Coming out here. Let's see if that was number 19. Boy, I tell you what, it does make a difference when the sun goes down. That was Brigham coming off. I believe.
Viroqua rotating D tackles here. Graydon Hansen in at D tackle. Hoyam seems to be the mainstay at strong side D tackle.
All right, and bringing the play in again is Thiemann. Posh looks left and then right. Gets set, good snap, looking downfield. He'll fire the ball. It's through the hands of Mack. Brennan Mack had that one, and that would have been a first down. But again, a rifle of a throw by Posh.
Oh, sorry. I had the wrong quarterback. Yeah, nice pass. It's well placed. Just couldn't haul it in.
Yeah. Couple of defenders coming over there quickly, just in case. They'll bring the ball in, and I think
let's take one of those long second halves here, huh, Ken?
Yeah, it could be. Carter Arbuckle. Well, it was a long game last week. My goodness.
They're bringing a blitz.
Here's an interception. Oh, we're going to get a flag. Two flags now.
Yep. It's going to be a defensive interference here on Solomon Murdoch.
Yeah, kind of came over the top a little bit there.
Yeah, maybe some early contact.
So it'll be a automatic first down here.
To the spot of the foul, it's going to be about 29-yard line, I think.
The interception.
They'll step this one off. And first and 10.
Oh, on the 25.
25, okay. 8:55 to go in quarter number 3. And then, again, like Tom said, you start dropping back and you're throwing, and that clock stops with those incomplete passes. That just, you talk about elongating the game.
When I was coaching and we were in that air raid, and in some of those games, you're still standing on the sideline at almost 10 o'clock. You're like, wow. Well, I missed my double wing.
Yeah, there you go. Last week it was about 9:30 we finally got done. It was like, wow. That's a way to start a first game, first of the season. Here's a quick pitch to the outside on the pass. Spin move once again. Boy, working hard here. Let's take a look here. Who is carrying the ball? Is that Wong? Boy, I tell you what, he did not want to go down.
No, a nice run, wrapping up on Viroqua on Caden Sullivan and Solomon Murdoch. Pretty important fundamental thing there, but he was slippery, kind of bounced off the pursuit.
Going out of bounds to stop the clock. Our thanks going out to the Riverbank, Westby and Coon Valley Downtown Financial Support, as well as Scenic Bluffs Community Healthcare, and of course the corporate office. They're in Cashton. We appreciate all that they do. They also have an office in Norwalk. When I say office, I mean a clinic. All right, it's going to be a second down situation. Here's the run up the middle. It's going to be a short gain and got tripped up in there by, is that 57?
Long again on the kick.
Long got tripped up.
That is DiPietro.
DiPietro is okay.
Yeah.
Third and a long.
Well, we knew we had to call his name sooner or later. He's been pretty busy. You know, he doesn't take too many plays off.
Interesting, that pass play before, that must have been way behind the line of scrimmage because they only got a yard on that. It felt like they got a big gainer there.
It's going to bring up a 3rd and 8 now for the Falcons. Again, trailing 21-0 here as the clock will be moving off from that run. We hit the 8-minute mark of quarter number 3.
Pretty crucial 3rd down here.
Here's the snap. It's going to be a carry to the outside, and I think they'll keep the clock moving here, I believe, as he's pushed down. Wong.
4th down and 5 probably coming up. 4th down and 4, something like that.
Wong gets up a little gingerly there, Tom.
This time it's after a pick of a couple. It's going to bring up 4th and about.
Well, he's been running his heart out.
Boy.
There's no doubt about that.
Yes.
Maybe cramped. And just kind of went down, kind of got twisted on that tackle a bit. 4th and 6.
Brigham brings the play in.
I wonder if they won't run some kind of freeze play here, try to draw Viroqua off. Nope, they're going to run it. Nice.
Going to be a
play
keeper.
call.
Look at this. Posh got to the outside. He's looking for the corner. Still on his feet. He took a shot. Boy, he really took a hit.
Posh on the keeper.
Question is, was he inbounds or out of bounds? Looks like he was out of bounds.
What happened? They fumbled it?
Well, Viroqua thinks they should have the ball, but officials were.
I think they're thinking he fumbled it out of the end zone.
Oh.
But they better let the officials do the officiating and go back to the huddle.
There you go. Don't want to do anything too silly there.
It's got to be, appreciation for the officials has to happen. It's a hard job. It's harder to find people to do that job, and it's relentless at the high school level. There's no doubt about it.
I was talking with Tim Lee a little bit last year. He said he did 30 varsity games in a 9-week season. Can you imagine that? Quick pass inside is going to be a catch. A quick turn in, and it's going to be Julian Kunitz with the quick hit for the touchdown, a 1-yard toss, Posh to Kunitz.
Well, some nice play calls there by Brookwood.
Yeah, they able to get that one. I think they'll go for 2. I don't know that they have a kicker, to be honest.
Very balanced as far as pass run combo on that drive, and kind of kept Viroqua guessing. Inside, outside run. It was able to get the passing game going as well.
Up to the line of scrimmage for the 2-point conversion. Good snap. Oh, it went up over the head, kind of fumbled that one away, and Viroqua will stop that one. And was that Fernando? Am I saying that right? 42?
Yep.
On that, but that'll be it.
Always hard to be a center when you've got that defense breathing over you.
21-6. Your score. We'll be back.
The football team kicks off their season playing host to Western Michigan.
All right, Ken, they got the hands team up front here.
I see that. Yes.
Yeah.
See what's going to happen, huh? Did you just hear that score? 14-0, the Brewers.
Wow, are they playing football too?
It sounds like it. They won 5-4 in game 1, and now they're leading 14-0. Yeah, they must decide to get the pumpkin ball out.
Well, they're going to give it. They're going to kick it away. All right, Viroqua gets that return on a nice return by Caden Sullivan up to about the. What do we got? The 35-yard line, just past 35.
Take a look. Sealand's Carpetland helping us out. Tim Sealand. His motto: "You walk on it, we sell it," and that's probably very true. Sleepy Hollow on the north side of Viroqua, Levon, Michelle, and all of that great crew, the best selection of vehicles in the area. And our thanks going out to Vernon Electric Cooperative and, of course, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
Little extra mention, my son's selling for Sleepy Hollow.
Oh, that's
Everybody
right.
wants to go and see Zach Lohr over there at the Dodge dealership. He's looking for new clients.
There you go. Got to get that plug in. That's a no-brainer.
Well, I should maybe do that for you. But all right, 6-yard gain, a nice little misdirection play. Fake pitch over here to, I think it was Murdoch, and kind of ran that off-tackle play to Alicious. So similar running formation. Alicious bounces that play, gets a big hole, spins, and kind of a shoulder pad tackle here by safety. Who is that? That is number 13 of Brookwood. Brendan Posh makes kind of the touchdown saving tackle there.
It's going to be a 1st and 10 upcoming for Viroqua.
Well, again,
So I have a feeling that Coach Henry maybe got after his offensive line after the second quarter performance because Brookwood was really coming through
they
with
played
a vengeance.
well. Yes.
And looks like they've made an adjustment. And a slip on Isaac Pratt's part, but was able to recover, get the handoff, and a nice 4.5, 5-yard gain, something like that.
Isaac Pratt, the ball.
Time running down, 4:45 to go here in the third quarter of play. Our thanks going out to the VFW of Viroqua. Say it's a Friday night. If you're not watching a football game, pop down there and enjoy that Friday night fish special. And the Viroqua Booster Club, I saw Rob Klum over here. I hear is he gonna be able to give up that presidency?
Well, it's not a hard thing to give up if you've done it before. They usually have a 2-year term on that.
Yeah.
And I know for being on that, that takes a lot of energy.
It does.
It's always good to rotate that position. So
Yes,
I want to
yes.
appreciate Rob. That takes a lot of work.
Yeah.
So
Well,
Zuby during COVID, he ended up having like a 4-year term.
I was going to say, I think he did double duty there, right? So, yeah, he was. I kept teasing him like, "So are you done yet?" No.
Yeah, he definitely put all he could into that. Run formation here for Viroqua. Seems like they drew off Brookwood
Yeah.
on the hard count of McDowell, and that's going to move the sticks. Wise play on Viroqua. Viroqua being able to run that freeze play, there was a long years there they could not run freeze. I mean, they just couldn't do it. They would jump themselves. So, very disciplined team here, and they did let Brookwood come down on a nice drive, a nice answer here of Viroqua here, driving down. Hopefully, can get a score.
There's a defensive stop there.
A whole plethora of Brookwood players make the tackle there. Wasn't fooling anybody there. And that was Schwem with the Schwem's coming out of the game. Alicious.
Well, I think the first player to hit him in there was that. Boy, I cannot tell if that was 57 or who that was. 54.
Brookwood really choosing to bring those linebackers up and
53.
run blitz, making Viroqua stretch this game out, possibly with a pass. McDowell back to pass, throws it right down the center, and
Oh boy,
he's going to. Hayden Burkhart's going to end up drawing a flag. Actually, should have made the catch anyway. But
yeah.
Ball was incomplete, but there was a flag that came out. And the early indication is a pass interference against the Falcons.
Voits with that previous nice play, and here now we take a look. Cannot tell from here who the defender was.
No, I don't know, and it wasn't. It was great coverage. It was just the way Burkhart went up, and he kind of got wrapped around him and was trying to defend the pass. And I guess it's better you have an interference than go ahead and let a guy score.
Yeah.
Slot receiver to the left, nobody to the right. They throw it over here to Murdoch, and wow, that was
Posh.
Once again, Posh just snuffed that one out. Hit Murdoch hard. Murdoch's a big kid, and would have none of it.
Just a well-timed play right there. They need a couple more of those. It's second now and 12. The ball placed on about the 11. Is it 11-yard line or maybe a little deeper? Around about the 11.
Yeah. Well, actually,
No,
15.
no, it's 15.
14.
Yes, there we go.
First down and 11. Flag. Looks like illegal motion or something. Well, wouldn't they have blew the whistle on that?
I would have thought they would have.
And he takes it down near the 5-yard line, but there was a play.
Illegal shift.
An illegal shift.
Oh, okay.
That'll bring the result of that one back.
So that's going to be, I think he called out Graydon Hansen on that. Must have moved just a little bit before the play. So, again, one of those drive killers. It's going to be 1st and 16.
Bringing the ball back. Our thanks going out to another one of our sponsors. How about the Viroqua Dental Center? Dr. Leon Klum bringing you the action here today from Brookwood. And again, next week, they'll be bringing it to you from Viroqua as Tom will travel back home and watch the West Salem Panthers come to town.
Correction, 2nd and 16. So Alicius wraps that tackle play and kind of gets back what they had lost in the penalty. Going to be 3rd and 11, 3rd and 12.
Nice job by Camden Brigham. He was able to trip him up and then get some help from one of the backs coming up to make the play. We hadn't heard from Camden too much here in this 3rd quarter, but boy, he had a great first half defensively.
Yeah, well, Viroqua must have put a hat on him. And
yep.
Definitely not gaping in the middle the way Brookwood was. Viroqua trying to throw some of those quick outs, just get the ball outside, but Brookwood open field tackling has done real well. Brookwood with a timeout.
46 seconds to go here. Let's take a quick look here at another one of our sponsors, and then we'll take a little break, and that's going to be the Varsity Funeral Homes, serving the surrounding communities during the time of the loss of a loved one. We'll take a little break and come right back with more football action. Tom, we come back into the action here. We got a lot of stuff going on. By the way, thanks to Peggy saying hi and appreciating the fact that we're live streaming. She said, well, Tom, you guys are doing a pretty good job. And I'm like, yeah, Tom's carrying me. What do you mean?
I don't know about that. I'm a rookie in all sense of the word. Oh, a nice pass gets brought in. And, Benson McDowell looking at Alex Hoyam there. Nice job. Nice play call. And instead of Viroqua just going out and trying to get a first down, they kind of went for the dagger there.
Yeah.
Big 3rd down call, because if Brookwood gets a stop, they're right back in this game. They had some offense going, and that's a huge score.
Well, and like you said, Hoyam is a big target, and those soft hands, he did a wonderful job coming up with the reception.
Viroqua electing to go for 2 here, and we got a penalty. Encroachment.
He didn't score.
I'm sorry.
They put the knee.
I called it too early. Yeah. My bad. I'm a homer.
They put the knee down on about the 1-yard line.
Well, I thought, what are they going for 2 here?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm ahead of the game.
Well, it's easy to do, but because it looked like he was in.
So quick handoff here. And that I believe is Alicius with the kind of the dive play, and he pushes it in. Nice job by the offensive line. Kowalczyk, Hansen, Hoyam, Holmes, DePietrio, and Hudson running on that. Got to give credit where credit is due, Ken.
Yeah, they did the job that they had to do here. Pushing things back a little bit.
McDowell the hold, lines are down, Pratt the kick. And that is through the uprights, and good. 28-6 your score. Viroqua in the lead with 4.3 seconds left in the third quarter.
And we'll take another break and come back here with that 4.3 seconds. We'll probably get a couple breaks here. That'd be kind of nice. All right.
After that big catch on 3rd and 10, is going to kick off here. And the kick is away, and it's Ken's call.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. The ball is going to bounce out of play, out of bounds. The flags come out, and the clock will stay at 4.3 seconds here as no one touched it. And offense for the Falcons will come out and look to try and get something here in this waning seconds of quarter number 3. 28-6 is your score. Viroqua answering back after the Falcons got on the board.
Wow, big drive there, Ken.
Yeah.
I mean, Brookwood really had some momentum after that score, and if they shut Viroqua down there, down here in this end of the field.
From the general speaking side of things, any football coach would love to see that kind of drive come back to answer back off from a touchdown from your opponent. So,
exactly.
Good character builder, I guess, right?
Yep.
Here's a fake handoff. It's a toss right up the middle, and it's going to be a first down. We'll see where they mark it. It looks like it could be, but they might make it just a little short here.
The end of the third.
Put the knee on the 45-yard line here as the quarter does run out. We'll take a break. I'll see if we can get a score down there at Cashton, and we'll come back maybe with some news. Well, we return here to Falcon territory, and it's Ken Manning along with Tom Lohr as we bring you the game. 3:24 remaining. The Falcons coming down the field with a nice march, picking up a 19-yard touchdown pass from Braden Posh to Julian Kunitz for the score. And that's where we sit.
Well, failed.
Oh, boy.
Onside kick. It's the kick-a-poo-doo. That's what it
there
was,
you go.
Ken.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah, just too much moisture on it. But that is not an easy thing to do.
No.
The Falcons were attempting an onside kick that time, but it did not go.
That's a tough one there. They'll have to.
Flag from the official.
So they're going to just.
That
ball just gets set down right there, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Great position here right now for Viroqua. We'll take a look at things.
Take care of the ball and, see if they can close this game out. A nice, well-played game here on both sides. I think Brookwood just, they get a few defenses back in that first half. Elicious off to the races again. And is stopped.
Elicious again, the ball carrier. He takes it inside the Falcon 30. Down near the
Eli John is an animal, though. He's like Chuck Cecil back there.
There's a name I haven't heard for a long time.
Well, Chuck Cecil was my hero.
Yeah, he was. I thought he was a great
He would
player.
not exist in today's NFL.
Yeah, that's true. You're right there.
So Viroqua back in run formation, balanced. I don't think there's going to be a lot of surprises here. Trying to run this clock out. Go to 2-0. So a stuttering, kind of a backside, pull play here. I'm trying to remember my terminology, but comes back, fakes one way, comes back the other against the grain, and kind of a draw. And nice play call. Brookwood chunking things away. I think Brookwood trying to maybe hatchet the ball, get a turnover here.
Yeah.
Make something happen. A little less focused on a tackle. Same formation. Brookwood trying to wait till that official starts chopping. That makes him eat as much clock as possible. Elicious is going to go ahead and try to dive into the end zone. Putting on his little show here.
Yeah. I saw the jump, and then I saw
a great pickup. Nick Alicious actually was playing soccer 2 years ago.
Really?
Yeah, I did not play football for a number of years. And I know when I was coaching, I think I was the JV coach, Ken. That was why he didn't. No, I'm just kidding. but no, I think they were building a soccer program at that time. And a lot of the soccer kids did end up coming out for football this year, which is great.
Yeah.
Back to Nick Alicious, pounding the ball in there, and looks like they're gonna say no. Gonna go to third down and inches.
Yeah, just a tad short.
Makes his way forward just shy of the goal line. It's going to be second and goal.
This is 10 wedge. That's what it's called.
Oh, really? Punch it in there, saying.
Yeah.
Of course, the defense trying to hold here. Oh, boy, look at that.
Yeah, they do.
That was a great job by the Falcons.
Yeah. Yeah, it's whenever you're coaching a game like this, you need those things to have positive to hang on to for next week. And if they can make a goal line stand here, it's a big deal.
Well, 25 seconds remaining here in this ball game. We'll see if they try to.
Going to have to run one more play, right?
Yeah, I don't know. They'd have to. He could take a knee and be good.
Maybe that's what's going to happen.
Well, they're going to run it, and they're going to get stopped. Nice work there.
That's going to run the clock out, and there's your game, folks.
Yeah.
Viroqua with 28, Brookwood 12 in this non-conference contest, and I want to thank Ken Manning for being able to be part of this. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, I tell you what, thank you, Tom. Good ball game here tonight. The Blackhawks jump out to an early lead. They're able to maintain that 21-0 score, through that half. Brookwood had a chance to cut into the lead, but a flag stopped a 53-yard touchdown run by Kunis, if I remember right. Wong, Owen Wong. And that really took the wind out of the sails for a little while.
Yeah, and they made it very respectable. I think great season upcoming here for Brookwood. They don't have anything to be ashamed of. Playing up a little bit into the Cooley Conference.
Yeah.
It's different competition, and Viroqua, happy I think to be 2-0, but probably would have rather finished this game a little stronger.
Maybe a touch stronger there that way. That's true, because they got to be strong next week when West Salem comes to town, and we know the Panthers are a really, really good foe.
You bet.
And that's where you'll be. I will be in Bangor as Brookwood travels to Bangor, and we got a lot more action going on, and we hope that you can join us on our Twitch channels as we continue to follow Cashton, Westby, and right here, the Viroqua Blackhawks and the Brookwood Falcons. For Tom Lohr, I'm Ken Manning saying thanks for watching, everyone, and we'll see you real soon somewhere out there on the gridiron. Have a great weekend and drive safe as Labor Day is upon us. So long, everyone.